Yo, 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 what is up, fathers who are businessmen? This is a topic that is very deeply on my heart and many of my clients' heart, is around having presence when we're with our family, especially with our children and our loved ones. So firstly is, just like to say, as men, we need to disconnect to reconnect. We need to disconnect to reconnect. And by this I mean we have been brought up in a society now where these things, the phone and technology, is so prevalent, especially if we want to run a successful business. We need to have social media, we need to be engaged, we need to have a following and an audience. And so yes, I understand that these tools are amazing tools, but they can also be a detriment to our presence and our connection. I've done a lot of research and programs and courses pertaining to conscious parenting. And so statistically, our children only need to have 30% of our presence, our undivided presence and attention, for them to feel that connection. And men, your woman knows when you aren't present. And you may be there, but you're not actively listening, and she can pick up on that. She knows that you're thinking about marketing or business or what you got to do tomorrow or the next day or the next day. She can really tell and pick up on that energy. And so to bring that presence back into the woman that you love, or the partner that you love, and to your children, these are 3 strategies that are going to help you to disconnect and unplug so you can reconnect back into yourself and your presence. So a lot of the time our mind is racing, and our mind is racing about what we need to do. And men, as the masculine, we seek acknowledgement. A lot of the time we're seeking acknowledgement for the hard day's work from our partner, yet a woman doesn't know what it's like to walk in our shoes. Seeking acknowledgement and acknowledging yourself is one of the biggest keys in this form or these methods or these strategies, because what we're going to do is we've been taught that the more we do, the more that we achieve, the more that we're going to get validated and acknowledged. But what I'm going to be telling you to do is to disconnect from all of that. How am I going to be validated? And that part of you is the ego, the part of you that wants to be seen, that needs to be seen, that has this craving to be seen in business, as a father. And so you, as the man, get to father that part of yourself. And so the very first thing I would like to offer, this is strategy number 1, this is called a soul sabbatical. And a soul sabbatical is no phone, no journal, no watch, no thing other than just you and yourself sitting and being. Because men, we're so caught up in doing and go. The more we do, the more we achieve, the more success that we have, which is all the happiness is external of us. So the more work we do, the more money we have, the bigger the house. Our partner's going to validate us even more. The children are going to love daddy even more. But that's a hollow. That is like, that pit is endless. And so coming back to this inner game and just sitting and being still. And so the request is, when you find a place, it needs to be in nature. I always tell my clients, take your shoes off and just sit and be and watch and listen, but not just with your ears, with your intuition. Because God created the universe source. There is so many answers in nature. You are nature, I am nature, we are nature. And if we can just sit and be, the monkey mind that is racing, going 100 miles an hour, after a little bit of time and space, it can decompress and come back to the now moment, which is the present moment, which is the presence that our family and children and partner are desiring, presence. And so we need to be present with ourselves first. The whole process is about you connecting back to your soul, and just watching and being. And the mind frame or the mindset hack is to, when you sit, have the childlike wonderment and awe as if you're 7 years old again. Another way is to, when you sit down, grab, metaphorically, God goggles. Put goggles on and look at life and nature as if you created it. As if you created it. And so when you sit down and have that soul sabbatical, It's very beautiful to do this in the afternoon after you finish work, just to decompress from the day, and it breaks your state. And sit down with intention. Ask a prayer, which is words with intention. Ask your inner guidance. What do you need to know right now in this moment? And within the stillness, you will always find the clarity. Within the stillness, you'll find the clarity, which means you need to still this down and you'll find the clarity, because it's going to be allowed to flow through you. Nature has so much wisdom if we're open to the possibility of allowing it by just being. Remember, we're human beings, not human doings. But men, we've been conditioned that the more we do, the more that we achieve, the more success that we have. And that is an external environment is dictating our internal happiness, and we want to come from a winning mindset, which is, who do I need to be right now? Who do I need to be? And then that man is enough. You are enough. So strategy number 1 was the soul sabbatical. Strategy number 2 is, to the best of your ability, disconnect from your phone. And so put some parameters around your phone consumption. And so if we're plugging straight back into that, the mind is just going into these other realities that aren't the present moment. What's that person doing? Comparing to others. I need to do this, and it's this. The mind just goes there, rather than you're probably beside your partner, or the kids may be there. And so the invitation is, like, the first couple of hours, don't use your phone. That's one aspect of it. And the other aspect is then, when you get home from work, social media and our phones are a vice for so many men. If I'm on my phone, I'm working, because I'm building relationships and audiences and replying to people, and so I can work and run my whole business off my phone. So for me, I'm working. Yet it can be a vice, because what I'm really doing is avoiding connection with my partner and avoiding connection with my kids. And so if you know that this is you, set some consequences and some boundaries and some parameters in place. Now, strategy number 3, and this is going to take it to a whole complete another level. If you haven't already, watch the documentary called The Social Dilemma. And so this, if you haven't seen it, is a documentary, and so it had a lot of the marketing gurus that were from Facebook and Instagram and Google and Snapchat, that when they built these amazing platforms and these phenomenal tools that we have, they had a vision for what it was going to be. And then that vision ended up going over this way, and it went fairly dark. And so now we the human are the product. We are the product. And so when I very first watched that, I literally turned my phone off for 72 hours. 72 hours, complete phone. But Blase, you're a business owner. Yep, yes, I am a business owner. And so what I do is set up healthy boundaries and parameters with all of my clients. And so, yeah, those are the 3 strategies. The soul sabbatical, and so disconnecting from everything. No phone, no journal, no pen, no watch, nothing. Sitting and being still and being in nature. Set some parameters up daily for your phone consumption, and just be present with life, at least for the very first 2 hours. And then when you get home from work, have some parameters. It doesn't need to be 3 hours, it's even just 1 hour that you're just there and there's no phone. And then try it on. Try it on as a business owner, as a father, to turn your phone off for 72 hours. And if you're a business owner, you're a leader. And so there is ways that people can get in contact with you. I'm unplugged. I'm disconnecting to reconnect back to presence, my family, and what is really deeply important to me. Try it for at least 7 days. So that switching the phone off and like not connecting with it, try it for 7 days. The soul sabbatical, try it for 7 days. Switching your phone off for 72 hours, try it once. And just notice what happens in your body. Notice what you have been trained and conditioned to do with this phone. Just notice. Notice, and then see if that's the person that you wish to be. Do you still want to be craving that, or you want to be someone that is disconnected from that and making your decisions from your, as much as possible, from your own terms? Alright, much love.